The 90 shell casings were found outside of a DeKalb County apartment complex in a shooting that left a father dead. Police are still searching for whoever pulled the trigger as family members call the shooting senseless. Fox 5's Eric Perry is live for us. And Eric, the family also said that the man was just days away from a birthday.
Yeah, Tom, a birthday that unfortunately he will never see. Now, many people I spoke with say that shootings have happened here before, but nothing like this. Just 90 shell casings. You can see one of those bullets.
Well, I think there's a lot of places on this planet where there haven't been 90 bullets let off in one shooting. That's not saying much. This is still a very violent neighborhood. Shootings have happened here before. That's code word for it. Shootings every week, every other day. But nothing like this means that, like, well, yeah, as far as whoever he interviewed can remember, probably somebody who just been living there for probably 6 months maybe. There hasn't been a shooting where 90 shots have been let off. Very dangerous neighborhood. Very dangerous community. Very dangerous. And y'all got the nerve to be out here on YouTube talking about why do women who live in these environments gravitate to thugs and shooters? And guys who can navigate these dangerous, treacherous environments. Why are they not with the nerd? Are you serious? They do say that we have low IQs, but really? Is that low? They're that low? That you can't understand why a woman who lives in this environment would attach herself to a not a guy who can navigate Wall Street or a boardroom, but a guy who can navigate this place and strike fear in other men's hearts in this place. Y'all can't figure that out. It don't make any sense. It's not connecting? Okay. All right.
Yeah, Tom, a birthday that unfortunately he will never see. Now, many people I spoke with say that shootings have happened here before, but nothing like this. Just 90 shell casings. You can see one of those bullets going through this stop sign. Then want to walk you over to this car over here. You can see markings where a bullet went through right here, flattened this tire, and also at the front of the car as well.
I feel numb, you know, it's senseless violence, you know, it got to stop. And I'm going to miss my nephew. I love my nephew.
If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I feel numb, you know, it's senseless violence, you know, it got to stop. And I'm going to miss my nephew. I love my nephew.
There was a sea of lights and detectives at this apartment complex on Glen Hollow Circle, that's off of Flat Shoals Road, after police say more than 90 rounds were fired from 4 different guns Tuesday night. Cassie Johnson said it was her nephew, 32-year-old Bruce Gaines Jr., that was gunned down.
He got a birthday coming up Friday. It will be his 33rd birthday. And I asked him, I said, what you going to do for your birthday? He said, Auntie, I just want to be here.
So he was living a certain type of lifestyle. Because no one knows, none of us know the future, okay? All right? But people who talk like that are living a certain type of lifestyle. Because dudes ain't just going to come and shoot 90 shots at you. I mean, it's possible, mistaken identity, things can happen, but it's rare for dudes to shoot 90 shots at you and you just bagging groceries at the Kroger's. You know, he knew. He was involved in something. Some kind of beef or some kind of feud, rivalry, something.
Coming up Friday will be his 33rd birthday. And I asked him, I said, what you going to do for your birthday? He said, Auntie, I just want to be here. He said he just want to be here.
Police aren't sure if Gaines was the intended target. Those bullets spraying the area, hitting several cars and apartments also.
It's like, I'm thinking, maybe somebody's out here shooting fireworks. That's what I thought it was, probably fireworks.
Travis Hames says the gunshots were so loud he heard them from a neighboring complex.
All I heard was a shot going off. I was like, what the hell going on? You feel me? I was just chilling, and I started hearing more shots going off. I'm like, they down there shooting.
It's tragic, and it's sad, and it shouldn't be.
Leonard Jefferson hopes this will prompt the apartment complex to hire more security.
You got kids out here, too. I'm a grandfather. I have children, so, grown kids, and I have teenage kids.
So, bruh live in a war zone because, there'll be retaliation for this, and then they'll come back, and then who else lives in this apartment complex, yada, yada, yada. Instead of getting out of this situation, and, it's hard. It's not easy to move, pack up and move. He wants more security. Well, why don't the men of the community get together and form a group and go out there and patrol their own neighborhood? Nobody love the government more than some people. They gonna rely on the apartment complex to do it, man. They gonna rely on the city to do it. They ain't gonna take no steps in. And don't get me wrong, there's been a few cities where it's been done. I get you. But it's hundreds of these places. This been going on for 40 years. Don't come to me with 2-3 examples. He waiting on the city to do it, the government to do it. And he may know that he can't get no brothers. It's going to be hard to get some brothers together to do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. They won't say where they're going to start or when they'll start, but they say they will be targeting hotspot areas. And here at the Northwest Activity Center, we met with members of the Detroit 300 just a short while ago, and they say they are fed up and fired up about getting justice for murdered children.
Our message to the gangbangers and anybody else that's engaged in a lifestyle that put babies like this and our seniors in jeopardy of their lives. We're telling you, there is no coming together with you, period. There is no uniting with you. Let it be known from this day forward, you are our enemy, period.
Known for hitting the streets in some of the city's toughest neighborhoods, the Detroit 300 is about to start pounding the pavement again. Outraged over the recent murder of 9-month-old Delrick Miller and the babies and children killed before him, the Detroit 300 is out on a mission to recruit other men to stand up with them in their neighborhoods, catch killers of children and those who would prey on the elderly. They say they are beyond just saying enough is enough.
There should be no man sitting down when you got babies that are 9-month-old and 1-year-old and 3-year-old and 5-year-olds being killed by little punks running around with guns. No man should be sitting down, period, in the city of Detroit.
Okay. This is what that guy was talking about. He wanted someone else from the other side of the community to do. Look, where are all the men in the community? And why does this not bother anybody? Okay, we know the women. They're going to take up for the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They're going to protest and march for the Floyds and the Rayshards and the Jacob Blakes of the world. Okay, that's fine. But men, where are the men?
City of Detroit.
We've determined that if we can't get you to care about the place where you live, where your kids live, where your children play, your grandchildren play, then there's no hope.
Why are you not joining something that's going to seek justice for these babies and prevent this type of prevalent behavior from happening again? Where are you at? And if it applies to you, you need to get off the couch. If it applies to you, you need to put that weed down and stop being so high. If it applies to you, you need to put the beer down, the liquor and the alcohol, and take your rightful place in our community. If it applies to you, you need to get off the stool.
Police say it's only a matter of time before they make an arrest in the murder of 9-month-old Delrick Miller. But as police work their sources, the Detroit 300 are hitting the streets trying to catch a baby killer. Fox 2's...
Okay, so you saw the speeches and all the talk, and then they actually went out into the community and actually did it. So they ran their mouths, they got on the pulpit, they brought out all the cameras. But here's where a lot of these groups, well, not a lot, because it's not a lot. A few of these groups that actually start in this country, this is where they fall short at, the actual doing.
We will not stop. We will not go away. We will not quit until we have located the killers of 9-month-old Delrick. We are Detroit 300. We're looking for the killer of 9-month-old Delrick.
All this is for you, baby Delrick. It is a journey for justice. Because the good guys of Detroit 300 want to find the bad guys who killed you. As you laid fast asleep inside your home on Greenview on the city's west side. Someone, a coward, a thug, with an AK-47 went wild on a rampage. Police are still trying to figure out exactly why. But your killer, the gunman, opened fire on your house. At least 36 bullets. And one of them hit you, ending your life.
I don't know about you, but I've never seen a baby in a coffin before. And I never want to see it again.
First in a caravan, then Detroit 300 hit the streets. This courageous crew infiltrated the neighborhood, where they have strong reason to believe the suspects are hiding out.
This is what it looks like, okay? All that other crap, marching and protesting, or like Hassan Campbell says, with cardboard boxes and picking sides. This is what it looks like. This is activism.
Detroit 300 hit the streets. This courageous crew infiltrated the neighborhood, where they have strong reason to believe the suspects are hiding out. Police are not calling out any people or posse in particular, but Detroit 300 is. Passing out flyers, pounding on doors, all this in a quest for answers. And they're not going to quit until they get them.
We intend to come after you with everything that we've got.
You know, more than 200 people showed up tonight. And it takes a lot of character to show up on a rainy night or any night to stand up and say, no more. If you know who took this precious life, you need to do what's right. Reporting live on the west side, I'm Andrea Isom on The Edge.
Now, Andrea, police have said all along they believe the shooting is gang-related, but they haven't named the Clown Squad posse. Why is the Detroit 300 confident enough to call them out, and could that interfere with the official investigation?
Well, right now, police are not saying anything. All they will tell me is that this investigation is ongoing. As for Detroit 300, well, they're saying they have information from witnesses and other credible sources, and they trust that enough to call out that gang.
And let's remember, they have been successful before. The 300 have captured many criminals, taken them off the streets.
Well, this may be what that guy was talking about. We need more of this. And I'm not mocking that guy. I'm not dissing that guy for not doing it. It takes a real man, who knows? I don't even know if I'm the man to do this type of stuff. Calling out real, reputable street killers in Detroit. That posse they talking about is this bunch of killers. They're not going to be happy about that. They weren't happy about being called out. But that's what men do. This is what men do. I see a lot of channels on YouTube talking about men. No. No. Y'all ain't talking about men. These are men.
It started with 300 men searching for a rapist. The word tonight is it will continue. It's also reported those nightly patrols generated tips that led to the arrests.
Kids are charged with count one criminal sexual conduct, first degree.
Now, it is expected there'll be a formal announcement next week about the continued patrols. Meanwhile, the two young men arraigned today. If they are convicted, they could spend the rest of their lives behind bars. On the city's west side at the 10th Precinct, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7 Action News.
The two young rape and robbery suspects, Maurice Randall and 18-year-old Anthony Hardy, had appeared in court before. They had heard the victim tell of her suffering at the hands of her attacker.
I tried to fight, and I did for a little while, but I was exhausted, and he took advantage of me.
But this morning at his sentencing in Judge Vonda Evans' courtroom, the 17-year-old Randall chose not to appear to hear more details about what he had done.
Not only did he rob her of her peace of mind, he took the joyous events that she had in her life and replaced them with a nightmare. Had her grandson not come, she would have died. After he assaulted her, she was struck several times in the legs with a shotgun, pushed in a corner with the bed against her, and she was left there unable to move. And for all the things that this woman has gone through and lived, to be able to only focus on something this traumatic is absolutely horrible.
The judge's sentence for Randall, 30 to 60 years in prison.
The Detroit 300, that was a special group of men. Special group of men. And there's been others, you know, but those groups of men like that, they're special, man. Not average.
It's tragic and it's sad and it shouldn't be.
Leonard Jefferson hopes this will prompt the apartment complex to hire more security.
You got kids out here too. I'm a grandfather. I have children, so you know, grown kids and I have teenage kids.
It gotta stop. It gotta stop. We gotta do better. We gotta do better.
Yeah, I'm back out here live. You're actually taking a look at one of the units. The window, a bullet went through there. I talked to the people inside. Everyone doing okay. No one injured there. Talked to police as well. Still searching for whoever's responsible for this. If you know anything, come forward. You can remain anonymous. And as for that victim, I'm told he leaves behind several kids. In DeKalb County, I'm Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
Just so heartbreaking for that family.